Alright, hello fun and welcome back to my Fallout 4 Mod Spotlight series, where today we are having a look at the 12.7mm SMG mod, which is being made by user Degenerate Dak. And what this glorious little piece of work looks to add into the game is, well, exactly what it says, the 12.7mm SMG that we previously saw in Fallout New Vegas, and I love that. You guys know me, I am always a happy camper when mod makers bring into the Commonwealth guns we've seen from previous entries in the Fallout franchise. It just makes me happy because I feel like they should be there if they already exist. So yeah, good times. I've very much been enjoying having this mod here in the game. So let's jump on over here though and have a look at what exactly we are getting with the 12.7mm SMG, which in its most basic and standard form will do 40 damage with, of course, a 12.7mm round with a firing rate of 90, range of 107, accuracy of 62, and a weight of 7.1, which, considering how chunky this gun is, that actually kind of surprised me how low that seems, but hey, that's just me. But as you can see, it is a good-looking gun, certainly does look the part for the 12.7mm SMGs. Got a lot of good details, love especially the, the stamped details there, which is pretty cool. And of course does have, as with every Degenerate Dak mod, a good selection of modifications to up the damage and other stats of this gun. I'll admit it feels like there's a few things that might be missing to me on kind of a personal level, but, I mean, like I said, Degenerate Dak mods, they've always got tons of modifications here that should serve you very well in the game, and are pretty neat. Pretty darn neat. So as for how you do get your hands on one of these lovely things, well, first and foremost, there is a mod requirement. And that is the munitions mod, because of course you need the 12.7mm ammunition, so that does require munitions. Once you've got that in hand though, this will start spawning in the Commonwealth at level 36 on Gunners, Brotherhood of Steel Soldiers, Legendaries, and in Vendors. And besides those, there is also one unique version out there in the world, which they actually tell you directly about, is sold by Procter Teagan. So, good times there. That'll be an easy unique to find. Typically, you actually have to, find them somewhere. But that one's just for purchase. But good times indeed. So it shouldn't take you too long. Well, I mean, level 36 actually is quite a ways, but you'll eventually get yourself one of these lovely guns. So let's take a look at what modifications we do have in here. And in the receiver category, we've got the pretty typical stuff from standard to armor piercing on up to the powerful receiver. And with my comment before of me saying I feel like there's some things missing, this is the category that it really feels like to me, because a 12.7mm round is a big round. If I'm remembering correctly, and please correct me if I'm wrong, that's also the caliber of 50 cal ammunition. So I feel like the most powerful receiver we have here doesn't give enough damage to this thing. I mean, it is an automatic weapon. It is an automatic weapon, so you're gonna still tear through enemies with it. But I don't know, I just feel like there should be some more powerful receivers in here. That's the one thing personally, to me, I think is a little weird, but with it being an automatic weapon, I'm sure it's just fine for the vast majority of you. And after that, we've got a pretty cool selection of barrels with a short, long, braced, which is my favorite looking, ported, and also a finned barrel. Then in the stock category, we've either got nothing, a full stock, light stock, recoil compensating, or marksman stock, which is also, I think, my favorite. Then in the magazine category, we've got the standard and stacked magazine, and then quick eject versions of both of those, which are quite cool. And then in the sights, we've got a great selection in here from the, the pretty typical stuff. Standard, glow, dot, hollow, reflex, laser, combat, short, medium, long, as well as night vision, recon, and thermal. Then the muzzle, again, we've got the typical nothing, flash hider, compensator, muzzle booster, muzzle brake, and suppressor. And then finally, we have the accessory category with either nothing, a bayonet, which is actually really cool looking on this gun. I quite enjoy that. A flashlight, recon laser, and a VATS targeting module. All great additions pretty typical stuff you're probably used to seeing from degenerate DAC mods. I mean, you always see this great accessories category, etc. But yeah, just a lot of good options in there. It'll never be too incredibly powerful, which is, again, just brings me to the receiver category, like I said before, but still a very good gun, and with its fire rate, should still chew through enemies quite nicely. So I'm gonna go grab my modified versions that I did make earlier and get to testing. I think this one's my favorite looks-wise. That just looks so cool. Which, it's kind of like a weird mix between a P90 and the, I'm forgetting the name of it, but the assault rifle from the Aliens movies. Huh. It's at least what it looks like to me. You guys may have other opinions there, but a fun one. So let's take a look at the standard 12.7mm SMG first. Oh, I forgot to reload after testing earlier. There we go, P90 style reload with the top magazine. And there we are. A quick firing 21 round magazine. Quite a bit of kick, as you can see, so decently hard to control, as it is, again, a huge round. 12.7mm is a big, big bullet. And if I don't try and compensate at all, let's see how much that'll do. Yeah, all the way to the sky. All the way to the sky. So definitely between modifications and your own skill, you're gonna have to do some compensation there. Now, then, as for my muzzled one here, both are equal in damage at 60. The main difference I have between these two is with their range and accuracy, because I was, of course, with this one, going for a bit sneakier of a marksman kind of rifle, whereas this one just kind of full bore unload all the bullets. So let's do this one first. And fire our 31 rounds with our stacked magazine. And there we are. And I really do like this scope. It's quite a nice one. Very easy to use. Very nice sighting. Very cool. And yeah, just a great little gun. So let's grab ourselves the silenced one next. And see how that sounds compared to the normal chugging sound of the non-suppressed. You know, decibel-wise, I think they sound the same. But of course, game mechanic-wise, it'll make you much sneakier with the enemies. But yeah, it's, I mean, granted, again, 12.7mm round, that's a big bullet to try and suppress. So... But good times, good times. So let's go take a look at it against our usual friend, the Deathclaw, and see how that all does go. And run to the cheese spot. Take this, Deathclaw. I missed about half those rounds, and as you can see, he's already almost dead. There we go. So yeah, again, my personal complaint that I have with the damage, even I feel like it's kind of an odd thing because it still is chewing through enemies. So it's really not an issue. I kind of even feel weird saying it, but I don't know, it just feels like a 12.7mm should be something a bit more. But still, even at its current one, it will chew through any enemies you have. There we go. I actually landed all of my bullets on target, and we did it in one magazine that time. Take that, Deathclaw. Haha! Magnificent. But yes, that is the 12.7mm SMG mod. It is a great little addition. I very much do enjoy seeing this gun in the game again. It's just such a unique and interesting looking gun. The size of the bullet is just hilariously large for an SMG, and it's just entertaining. So if you'd like to check this mod out for yourself, which I'd certainly recommend you go and do, you can have a look at the link in the description of the video as per usual. But that, my friends, is going to be it for this one today. Hopefully you have enjoyed, and you come back for whatever mod we look at next. But until that time, thank you for watching as always. Well, have a good one.